Oh, hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd bring you a little sit down video today. I've not filmed a sit down video since I lived in London, so it's been quite a while. But I've actually filmed the video twice before and I didn't like the first one because I actually had like a bit of food on my face from my lunch for the whole video and it was just not a vibe. And the second one, just wasn't really feeling it, wasn't really here for it, to be quite honest. So I'm going again, we go again. I really want to do this video because I feel like it's going to be helpful to a lot of people. It's going to be really fun to film and yeah. So this video is fun things to do in lockdown, isolation, things like that. I actually have a list on my phone. Here we go. So the first thing, read. Read some books. It depends what genre you like. There's two I like murder mystery, like murderous vibes, like there's Behind Closed Doors, there's Rillington Place, there's loads of really good books. And then there's self-help books, which I also just really love because they make me feel like I've got my life together when I'm reading them. So I've got 3 books that I've currently just read. I've just read Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. This is an insane book. It's not murderous, it's not scary, it's just such a good read. Like 2 million copies sold, like it's such a good book. And I believe, if I'm correct, Reese Witherspoon is apparently making this into a movie. So we'll see, but definitely read this. This is like a bestseller. If you've not read it yet, you've not lived. And the other 2 are self-help. These are my 2 favourite books in the world. You Are a Badass. I mean, you'll see like all the, like for example, if I just flick through it, you'll see like I highlight and make notes, like yeah, I highlight and make notes, like there's just loads going on in there. It makes you feel like you can do whatever you want to do in life. It gives you confidence, it makes you feel focused, it makes you focus on yourself again, it resets your mind, and I just love it. And if I'm ever feeling like deflated in terms of creativity or like my ability to do something, I will literally just read certain chapters that I know will make me feel good. So definitely get this because it's a really, really, really good book. And this one I haven't actually read yet. Well, I started it, like you'll see I started it, but then I didn't finish it. The Miracle Morning, 6 habits that will transform your life for 8 AM. I mean, if this isn't the time to put all this stuff into practice, then I don't really know when is. It basically teaches you that essentially you can have a whole day's work, like a whole life going on before 8 AM. If you get up right and you eat right and you sleep right and you focus your energies right and like your to-do list, you can essentially get a whole day's work done before 8 AM before you actually start your actual day. We'll see, because I'm not getting up till about 10:30 these days, so we'll see. Number 2, listen to podcasts. That's my stomach rumbling because I've not actually eaten yet and it's 10 to 1. Listen to podcasts. I listen to The Receipts religiously because they are hilarious. I've even got my brother listening to The Receipts. There's Girls Bathroom, which talk about like boy issues and stuff like that. There's what other podcasts do I like listening to? There's Unfuck Your Brain, which I quite like, which is by someone called Carla, and I'm not going to try and butcher her last name, but it's really good. It's just about like removing habits from your brain, like habits you didn't even realise you'd picked up. The Confidence Podcast, which is just about how to be confident in areas of your life. My Dad Wrote a Porno is hilarious. If you need a laugh, like while you're just cooking, tidying your room, anything, on a run, listen to My Dad Wrote a Porno because it's hilarious. I also quite like a true crime podcast, like ones where it talks about like missing people or like murdered. There's one called The Girl Scout Murders or something I was listening to yesterday, and you just get lost in it, but you have to be doing nothing, like just sunbathing or something. Face masks. I'm going to show you how many face masks I actually have because it's ridiculous. Like, look at this. This is actually a joke. Like, face masks are my thing. I'm obsessed with them. But masks, like there's no other time to take care of your skin. Masks. I put masks on. There's a morning mask that I've been putting on for the past few days, which is like just before I put my makeup on, and it like plumps the skin ready for your makeup. Don't know how good it works, but we'll see. But just in the evening, like after you've had dinner, have a mask. Have a mask. Do a face mask. Like just try to wind down. Like for me, it trains my brain into thinking, right, okay, you're off the clock now. You're not working. You're not on your emails. You're not, you know, on posting on social media as much and stuff like that. You'll just wind down, put a nice program on, get a cup of tea, face mask, boom. It's really important, I think, to like train your mind during this time because obviously a lot of people who have office jobs and stuff are working from home. For example, my friend across the road, she will have a glass of wine at about 6 o'clock to sort of tell herself, right, you're off the clock now, you've done your day's work and things like that. My cousin will get up, even if he's not showered, but he'll make sure he's sat up at the desk with a coffee to like tell himself you're at work now. So there's different things for everyone. Mine's a face mask. Just call your nan. Call your nan. Call your uncle, call your mum, call your dad, call your brother, like call people. Like I had, my friend said to me the other day that they were getting back in contact with a lot of like old school friends they hadn't really had the time to speak to or catch up with because life got in the way, and it's nice to sort of, we've been given this level of extra time to a certain degree, and I think use it to call people. Speak to your grandparents more, speak to your mum or dad more, you know, call your siblings, you know, call old friends, get in touch with people. And you never know, like I was on FaceTime the other day to my old friend from school, and I was on FaceTime to her for 2 hours. No idea what we caught up about. Like, sometimes you'll find yourself having really good chats and it makes the day go by, and you sort of realise that you're not the only one going through shit, you know, you're not the only one finding this hard, you're reminiscing, which is always nice. Like my favourite thing to do in life is to reminisce about funny times in high school. Experiment in the kitchen. So anyone who actually likes my lifestyle and what I do and follows me on other social media platforms will know that I love to cook. I have just loved it ever since. So since I was about 16, love it. Oh, great, need to tie those. I have certain recipes which my family love, which I know how to make blindfolded because they always ask for it, and I have certain recipes where I'm like, okay, the boys are my guinea pigs, because the boys eat absolutely everything and anything apart from Benjamin. He's a little bit picky with vegetables, but whatever. If I cook them up small enough, he doesn't really know. But yeah, so they're always my guinea pigs. So I have like 2 books which I'm looking at the moment. So I like to think I'm a better cook than I am a baker. I know I'm a better cook than I am a baker. Because baking's all about measurements, and cooking is like, I just wing it. Like cooking, you don't have to measure stuff, whereas baking, you do, it's a science. If you don't bake, it doesn't rise, or it's dense, or it's moist, do you know what I mean? So you're all gonna die. I have 24 recipe books under my bed, fun fact. I love a recipe book. I ask for one every Christmas and every birthday, like every occasion, I'm like, get me a recipe book. This is my favourite recipe book of all time. It's the Good Housekeeping Christmas edition. Tried, tested and trusted. My favourite part about this book is this page. It has like every single edition of the Christmas Good Housekeeping book since like 1922. Basically, I mean, you think this is a joke. Look how thick this recipe book is, and every single page is a recipe. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you exactly how many recipes there are. There are 280 recipes in this book. They have so many different sections, from canapes, starters, alternative main courses, desserts, festive baking, edible gifts, vegetarian and vegan. You're probably thinking, why a Christmas book? Christmas makes me happy. Anyone who knows me knows Christmas is my love affair. Like, if I talk about Christmas too much, I will cry. There's nothing about Christmas I love more. My house gets decorated head to toe. I wear a Christmas jumper probably every day of December. During this stressful time, I actually am cooking a lot of Christmas recipes. Not like Christmas, like, you know, like a turkey, but like Moroccan squash hummus with pita chips. Wouldn't we say this was a festive like dish, but it's in the Christmas book starters. Like, there's loads of stuff. The vegetarian and vegan option is really fun. Beef en croûte. That's basically a beef Wellington, essentially. I could have that any Sunday. So find a recipe book that has like really nice recipes in it that essentially just make you feel really comforted and happy, and you know that when you eat them you feel good, or it takes you back to a certain memory, and just experiment in the kitchen. Like I said, I'm not a baker, so I actually went into one of my baking books yesterday. I don't know if anyone remembers the Hummingbird Bakery, but again, like, so many different cupcakes, pies, so I'm gonna have a go at some things in that, but just experiment, like, have some fun. You've got time now to pop to the shops safely and get your ingredients. Exercise. I hate exercise. I wish I'd enjoyed it. Like, I feel like if I really got into a routine, I'd probably love it. Like, I would probably absolutely love it. But I eat so much. Like, I'm a big snacker. Anyone who knows me knows I snack. Like, my snack drawer in my room is an absolute joke. I have crisps, sweets, chocolate, peanuts, everything in there. Like, and I just snack. When I'm watching TV, I have to snack. Yeah, exercise. Like, I like running, but then I get hot and bothered and I'm tired. Or like, I love working out. Once I've done it, I feel great, but it's pushing myself to do it. I'm trying to do more now we're on lockdown because it's good for your mental health, and it actually does make me feel better. It makes me feel less groggy. But exercise, even if you just go on a long walk, or you just like go on a little bike ride, or you do a few steps in the morning, or just climb up and down the stairs, just do something that makes you have a bit of a sweaty brow, and I'm sure you'll feel much better. Okay, next one, start journaling. I am a big overthinker, massive overthinker, and I am journaling so much at the minute, just writing down. Also writing things down because it'd be really interesting to show my children when I'm older, like, yeah, it'd be interesting to look back on at this time next year, or even show my children sort of my day-to-day thoughts during like a time like this that we're not used to really experiencing. I find I overthink a lot now. I've got a lot of time to overthink about money, about family, about friends, about all sorts of things. So I think you should definitely journal. I think it's really good for your mind. It's really good for you. And also if you kind of get into a rhythm where you're just writing and you're not really thinking, you're just flowing what's in your head, and then suddenly 10 minutes later you look back and you've written like 12 pages. You have no idea what about, but you feel like you just took a massive exhale, like you've just exhaled massively and just got everything out on a bit of paper, and you feel like your brain's a little less foggy. So if you are feeling really like overwhelmed or like suffering or struggling, just like everything's going on and your head's just fuzzy and buzzing, try journaling. I don't know, try journaling, or one day it could turn into a great book. Back up your phone. I've been having storage almost full on my phone and my MacBooks for months. I took the time last week to clear my MacBooks completely of caches, whatever you call them, and everything, and now they're just running so smoothly. Also, go through your iPhone pictures and delete. I have so many pictures that I had to delete, but I also found pictures where I was like, oh my god, I completely remember that night. Like, I remember that night out, or I remember that video, or I remember how funny I found that moment that I had to take a picture, and it's so nice. And then like my friends have been doing the same, and like I've had friends, my friend Georgia sent me like some videos and stuff that she took of me like this time last year, like funny videos, and I completely forgot about that whole experience. So it's really funny because you don't know what you're going to find, but definitely go through your devices and back them up and clear them and delete things. It literally takes a couple of hours out your day as well, which is really good. Do it in front of the telly, in front of an episode of Friends, cup of tea, glass of wine, whatever you fancy, on house party to your friends, like, doesn't matter. Just go. Rearrange and decorate. So like my room currently has holes in the wall because I've just took a shelf down and I want to fill those in, and I want to get 3 pieces of really nice artwork to go on there. I want to get a mirror on my wall. There's just little things I want to do in my room, like I need to sort all those boxes out above my wardrobe. Storage wise, I want that to be bare, or like a nice just plant up there or something, but just redecorate. Like I've got a new bed. I will actually put this bed on my story. I get 50% off. I got a 50% off code for you guys, which I can give to you. But this is a new bed. It's got great underbed storage, and you design your own bed. I think they're like 600, so I can get you a discount for maybe 300, I think. Let me just double check that. Yeah, just take this opportunity to go around your house. Like I was going around my house yesterday and I was like, okay, there's cracks in the wall, the skirting's peeling, like just little things, refresher. Go to the shop or order some stuff on Amazon, and just order some new bedding for your spare rooms or things like that, clean your windows, deep clean, just refresh your house, redecorate, water plants, throw dead plants out, replace with new fresh plants, sort your garden out, just refresh your whole living space. Because everyone always says, oh my god, I wish I could decorate the house, I wish I could do the garden, but I'm just too busy. Well, you've got a bit of extra time, and even if you are working from home Monday to Friday, your natural body and your natural life is moving at a slower pace, so you'll find you have a little bit more energy on the weekends to maybe do it. But definitely refresh, or go through like Pinterest. Pinterest is my favourite place for like household inspo. I've got a big cow print rug on the floor and like a grey, so once I've sorted out all this and got my pictures up, my room's going to be sort of cow print, grey and white, candles everywhere. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And my dad's kind of said that I can redecorate the whole house. So I'm kind of getting some inspo on Pinterest now for the spare rooms and the boys' rooms and the bathrooms. So, over the years when like it's really nice to begin with, and then over the years things change and it's just, it doesn't quite fit. And then the kitchen living room is very, a light bulb's gone, but I don't think it's the light bulb, I think it's the fuse. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm scrapbooking at the minute. So I ordered a HP sprocket off Amazon, and then I ordered an extra 50 prints, and it's a little printer, and you just connect it through the app on your phone, and any picture off your iPhone you can print directly. It comes out the printer there and then within minutes. And the sheets are like this size. I'm not going to open them because I've already got a box open, but the sheets are like this size, and they come out like instant little pictures, and they have a peely back, so you just peel them off and stick them straight onto whatever you want to stick to. And I'm scrapbooking. I'm trying to scrapbook my years. So I've bought 3 scrapbooks, and they start at 2018. So I've got 2018 as a whole scrapbook. So I've printed off all my main moments of 2018. So my surgery, meeting my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, the holiday I went on with him, the trip to New York I took as a family. So I'm printing off all different things and I'm going through a whole scrapbook of 2018, and then I'm going to do a whole scrapbook of 2019 memories, and now we're on 2020. I can't imagine it's going to be a lot for the beginning of this year because I've not done anything. But that's what I'm trying to do. It's actually really fun, like going through my camera roll after I've cleared it out and backed it up, printing off within minutes, getting my little instant pictures that normally you can't just print off because they're on your phone. They're not normally that accessible. But I think a sprocket is like £80, $69.99. I don't know. I got a bundle, so I got the case, the sprocket, printing paper and everything, I think for £79. So for all of that. But I don't know how much the individual printer is. And I know the printer does come with like 20 sheets, but you obviously want more for scrapbooking. But definitely scrapbook, because it's just passes the time to do in the garden. Like lay out a picnic blanket. You don't need a plug socket. It's all instant. Print. I also have an Instax Mini, so that's great for just instant pictures, so not printed off. So they make really nice retro ones. I took some when I had a barbecue with my family on Easter weekend, which if you haven't seen, there is a vlog on that. I took a lot of instant pictures of my brothers in the garden with beers and stuff, and they printed out straight away, and they were just really nice. So they're going in the 2020 scrapbook. Moving on to the creative side, go on Hobbycraft. This is something I did last night. I went onto Hobbycraft website and there's like a whole inspo section of things to make. Go on the inspo section. If you want to take up knitting, crocheting, garland making, baking, paper crafts, card making, anything, go on the Hobbycraft website, get some inspo, place an order and learn a new hobby. Like my next door neighbour's crocheting, my friend's just sat knitting, she's trying to make a bag, don't know how it's going to go. But pick a hobby, go on the inspo page if you're running out of ideas and just place an order of loads of crafty stuff and then just get crafting. See what you can do, because it's nice to get your creative juices flowing. And lastly, this is something I quite enjoy doing because the post office is still open. Buy some stamps, write some cards. I actually have a ridiculously large collection of cards. In every way possible, big knickers are better than thongs. This is very true. Write some cards to people. Like my mum lives in Manchester, so I'm going to write her some cards. Write your nan, your granddad some cards. Write friends cards, even friends you text. Write them a card, because they'll get it and be like, you literally text me every day, why are you writing me a card? But it's just more personal, it's nice to remember. Write a card, it gives you something to do, you can pop them in the post box on your daily walk, and it's just nice. So there's some things to do during isolation. I don't know if you will enjoy them, I don't know if you'll think they're terrible or boring, I don't know, but give them a go, see who passes the time. I hope this all ends very quickly. I hope you're all staying very safe and you're enjoying the sun as much as you can, because I'm about to go and sunbathe and edit this video. And thanks for watching. So that's everything. Bye.